Hey friends, it's Mike. It's been a while since I've done a guitar video, and I picked up this old Univox 335. I believe it was referred to as the Coily, C-O-I-L-Y, I believe. I picked it up off of reverb.com, and I got it pretty cheap. I made an offer on it, and the seller accepted it, and the reason is because the guitar came as a shell. No electronics, no pickups, but the body is in very, very good shape. Now, one of the reasons why I was drawn to this guitar is because the original Vibrato came with it, and I do have the spring, which goes over here. So I'll be putting that back on the guitar after I clean all this up. Also, it has the original bridge, and with these old Japanese guitars, it's very important to get the old bridges, because they are usually 9.5 to 7.25 inch radius fretboards. And obviously the bridges are designed to accommodate that type of radius. And this one has the original bridge. You can take a look at it. It's well made. Underneath they have the felt. And you don't see this anymore. There's a little sticker that says, hey, position the bridge here. Interesting. Now I'm going to put new pickups in the guitar, and here's the first problem that I ran into. The width of these pickup rings is very wide, much wider than what we see today. And trying to locate pickups, new pickups, to fit into this pickup ring, I found to be impossible. I couldn't find them. The old pickups that I did see on eBay looked really beat up, and of course the sellers were looking for a lot of money. So let me just compare these pickup rings that are on the guitar right now to what we see today. Okay, so the middle ring here is the size that we would see on guitars today. And as you can see, the rings that are on the guitar are much wider. Also, the cutout for the pickup itself is too wide. So I can't drop a humbucker in there. Maybe if I jerry-rigged it a little bit, I can get a P90 in there, but that's not what I wanted to do. So what I did is I found a guy on the internet, and I'll put his link down below in the description box, who makes custom pickup rings. And so what I did was I drew out a schematic with the specifications, length, width, height, and all that stuff. And of course it's got to be this wide so I can screw the pickup rings in. But what I did was I essentially overlaid this in my drawing so that I get this cutout with a pickup ring that is this wide. And so I received an email back from the gentleman this morning. His name is Dave, and he said not a problem. So that problem is fixed. I am going to put in humbucker P90s into the guitar. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to use a pre-wired Epiphone harness. I'm not going to go crazy with wiring it up myself. These pre-wired harnesses work great, so it's going to save time there. Again, like I said, I have to replace the frets. And we can take a look at the headstock, and what you'll notice is it has the old Gibson headstock. And if I had to date this guitar, I believe it to be the early 1970s, very early, maybe even the late 1960s. But she's in great shape. Take a look at the rest of the body here. Really no substantial blemishes, which is amazing for a guitar this old. If we take a look at the fretboard, we can see the binding comes up and over. You see right here? You don't see that today. So when I sand it, I'm going to have to be careful. I'm going to just lightly sand it, of course, after the frets come out. just to freshen it up a little. The only thing I did notice, and it's not a big deal, but there appears to be, I don't know if you can see this, there's a slight twist in the neck going down here. And with a guitar this old, you run the possibility of something like that happening. I've worked with guitars like this before, and that's a very minor twist in the neck, so I'm not going to worry about it. The guitar will play fine, and there won't be any issues. But again, for the price that I got it for, it's well worth it. I'm also going to put a pick guard back on it. At one time it had one, you can see here, and there's another hole here, so I'll do that as well. So what I'll do is, as I get through the work, I will do some video updates so you can see how she's coming along. But I thought it was a good thing to get the before pictures and the before video so that we can have to compare at the end of the project. Okay? That's it. Over and out, and I'll talk to you guys soon.